Are you gonna eat some checks?
Yeah. Welcome back to our channel, YouTube. My name is Kristen Forgione. I'm the founder, creative director, and principal designer of THELIFESTYLEDCO.
And I'm Kylie Ray Syburg. I'm the senior design director here at THELIFESTYLEDCO. And today we are standing in the kitchen of our latest project, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith project.
It's called the Mr. and Mrs. Smith project because these clients are very private.
Yes.
And we can't actually tell you who they are.
Yeah.
So
that's for you to guess.
Yeah.
And you can make up their own identities on what goes on in this house.
Yeah.
And who these people are.
Are they celebrities? Maybe. Are they athletes? Maybe. Are they mom and dad? Yeah.
Yes.
But we love them
Yes.
and they're so wonderful. And so we wanted to have a moment with, I already said moment. We're 30 seconds in and I already said moment. You guys always come at me for saying moment 50 times, but it's gonna happen. And we also talked about, we've done a lot of house tours over the years. And the house tours that you guys seem to like best are the ones where we just talk to each other and basically tell you where everything's from. So that's what we're gonna try and do. We might have to hold back a couple things that are like too complicated to explain or someone that
or extremely custom or
like give us some happiness. And we need to keep some like intellectual property as professional interior designers. But we're gonna try to tell you as much as we can as it comes to our mind. You are going to love this home. Do you remember what the 3 words were when we were designing this house?
Yes, they were California.
Casual.
Calm.
Casual.
Oh.
Casual, calm, one or the other.
Yes.
And Americana. These people are chill. They are so chill. If they could just produce us a bunch of other little chill clients.
That would be great.
That would be great.
It's a dream client, dream to work with.
It was amazing. This home was built by E&S Builders and the architect is J.A. Drafting. We are a dream team and we're really excited to be able to walk you through all 6,000 and some change.
Actually, it's a little bit bigger.
It is?
Yeah, we're a little over 7,000 square feet here. Main house about 6,300 and then there is a detached guest house.
Yeah, that's right. I always forget about the guest house.
Yep.
What else is in this place?
There is 4 bedrooms. We have a theater, lots of bathrooms in this joint, a kid's hub.
Outdoor shower and concrete outdoor bathtub.
Yes, full outdoor bathroom off the primary bath.
You guys are gonna shit when you see it. It's so good.
So good. And then in the guest house, there's a living room, a kitchen, a gym.
Pool bath, gym.
Yeah, pool bath, and another bedroom.
Huge butler, kitchen, dirty kitchen, whatever we're gonna call it. We're gonna show you everything. So let's start in the kitchen, shall we? Flooring change.
This is my favorite flooring
Ever.
of all time. We actually chose this because, as you can see behind us, this kitchen is white. That was one of our clients' non-negotiables, and
which we always fight.
yes.
But this time we were like, okay,
We were like, hey, we love you, and you're freaking awesome, and you want a white kitchen. We're gonna give you like white kitchen, but you're gonna let us get a little, little something, something we want. So we did a flooring change in here with this tumbled bluestone. It's my favorite material probably of all time. It's so earthy and truly adds so much contrast in here.
Yep.
And I think goes with the Americana vibes. So.
And virtually indestructible. Like this stuff is going to make it through 20, 25 years in this home of kids and dogs and baking and movies and music and booze and all like the fun things that you do in the kitchen, right? Living, yeah, just living here and enjoying it. So we also went really large format on this. This is 16 by 32, which is a big size. And for a space this big, it needed to be big. If we went with a smaller format tile, it probably would have gotten a little too granular and we don't want that. We want the space to feel as grand as it is, as the kitchen is completely off of the great room, which we'll show you in a little bit. So white kitchen, which fine. Been done, but we wanted to make sure that we did it in a way that was organic desert living and that still felt like our work and that would represent the clients in their California casual Americana vibe. Okay, what's over there?
Over here, we've got our appliance wall. So all integrated sub-zero refrigerator and freezer on this wall. And then we also have an ice machine. No house is complete without a sonic ice machine, especially with kids. This is just a crowd favorite, so we needed to make sure we had that in here. Whoops, that is a heavy slam. But integrated so it looks like it's in your cabinetry, keeps things seamless, and just overall very designer. This ginormous island that if I wasn't pregnant, we could belly flop. Across.
It's so big.
It's huge. When we said we were doing a waterfall island, the countertop trade actually called and was like, you do realize how ridiculous it is that you're using 5 slabs on the island.
Whoopsie, us?
Whoops. Did you expect anything else?
Yeah, this is Quartz. When you're doing an island this big, you need to make sure that you are thinking about your slab size. So as Kylie mentioned, this took 5 slabs. Slabs are not cheap. Don't be falling in love with this idea if you're not prepared to pay for it because it's expensive. But this is Quartz, it's from MSI. We went with a concrete look, but a warmer concrete. So overall, the color scheme in here is more cool than you typically see from us. So we basically agreed with our clients in saying, or agreed to, we will use a lot of polished nickel, which was their metal choice, which you also don't see from us often. We can go to a cooler color palette, but in the furnishings, we want to make sure it still feels warm and it doesn't feel dated, right? A lot of cool palettes are what you see in the 2010s, 2012s. We don't want that. We're going 2023 and forward. So I feel like the juxtaposition of both, like there's 2 palettes in here. Totally. There really are, which is scary. So proceed with caution, but you can do it. And I think that in the hardscape materials, this is a really good meeting where it's concrete, but it's a little bit warmer grazier concrete versus a blue concrete. So this is from MSI. I don't know if I said that already, but I also really like the subtle white veining. It doesn't feel static, which we want. Let's talk about layers in here.
Yes. Oh. Layers and lighting. So if you take your eyes up to the ceiling, we added in shiplap. Something that is like super consistent in this home is there is a wall treatment on pretty much every single wall. Every single wall in this house, which really helps a ginormous house feel more like a cozy home. So we wanted to carry that through. You'll see the shiplap on the ceiling, and then pairing that with these enormous visual comfort schoolhouse pendant lights. When these went up,
and we were really shocked that they picked these.
Yes.
So we actually gave them several choices in the design, and I did not, this was our pick.
Yes.
But I was surprised because we pushed them. Like there were moments where we were like, breathe. It's gonna be okay. We haven't built anything yet. Yeah. It's gonna be okay. And when they went for these, we were just like, victory. Then back here with the range, this is a Wolf range. This is the first time we have ever kept the red knobs. Our Wolf rep, Kelly, you know who you are, is gonna be so happy with us because we normally insist on stainless steel or black.
She actually asked, she was like, who are you? Was that a mistake? Yeah. Because that never happens.
Yeah.
It's usually in big, bold letters on the spec sheet.
No red knobs.
No red knobs.
Wolf will be very proud of this because they're very proud of their red knobs and they're amazing. But in this application, it works so well. It's that Americana vibe, right? It's that casual, it's chef's feeling. It's all the things that we love. So this is a 48-inch Wolf dual fuel range. It's one of the best in the biz. We also paired, back to the countertops, the same countertop that's on the island on the perimeter. And then we paired that with just a classic Bianco Carrara. This is honed. It doesn't get any better than that. If you're ever in doubt, just throw Carrara up and it's like, it's amazing. It's
a great space to use marble as well because it's on the backsplash. So if you really want that touch of marble in your kitchen, but you actually use your kitchen and you don't want it to get ruined and damaged and that's gonna bother you, throwing it on the backsplash is something that's a great space to do and still get that touch.
Yeah. The hood, we had this custom made. It's stainless steel. We wanted it nice and clean, but grand. I'm not a stainless steel fan traditionally, but I love this. It turned out so well appointed, classic, timeless. Like this is never gonna look dated, ever. It's just never gonna look dated.
And the line that we did helps it from looking more like, I think this could go more industrial. And just like keeping it with the strapping and having that slight taper with the, the front apron on it, I guess you'd say, just gives it more of like a classic look in a more utility material?
Yeah, use, yeah. The hardware in here, which you guys always ask about, is from Rejuvenation. It's in polished nickel. It's called the Massey, some of our favorites. Then if you flip around here, we also have, these are the Lews pulls. I don't know if our team's gonna be able to keep up with all the sources we're giving you guys. But these are also refrigerator drawers. Highly recommend if you have a place that you can work them in. These are from KitchenAid. They're great. They look just like a drawer. Look at that. Perfect place for water bottles or juice boxes or vitamins. We had another client use her built-in refrigerator drawers for juicing. So she put all of her juicing produce there and then pulled her juicer out and did all of that. So this is main kitchen area. We're gonna show you the breakfast nook and then we'll pop back to the dirty kitchen.
Another really popular feature on floor plans are eat-in breakfast nooks. I think we're kind of known for these now. A lot of our kitchens have them directly adjacent off of them, but they end up being extremely large. So making a large space feel cozy, you'll notice we add a ton of layers. So this is a 120-inch custom white oak table that is made from one of my favorite custom vendors that we work with. It's got a trestle base and you can just tell the quality is top notch and really offsets all the upholstery that we have in here. So these cushions are actually, I'm gonna give our client a little credit here, but he had this design for the back cushion to have sort of this triangular shape. So this feels more like a banquette. So they wanted to invest here to make this really comfortable so that when they're seating at least 12 people, I'd say, over here, everyone feels super comfortable. We have the built-in bench underneath this, which is just out of drywall, which is a really cost-effective way to give a built-in breakfast nook and not spend a ton of money. Offset all of this with these amazing chairs. These are, do we sell these in the shop? We sell these in the shop, so you can find a link for that in our sources that we're gonna share. But I love the weave that just kind of offsets, again, all that upholstery and just adds a little bit of edge in this classic kitchen. I didn't mention the apples. One thing you have never seen from us before, this is an exclusive at THELIFESTYLEDCO, are red apples in the styling. I mean, it just goes with the kitchen, pairs off the red knobs, so how you like them apples?
Yes. You have been waiting so long to say that.
I know. What you doing in there?
Not me in my full size, full depth refrigerator in the dirty kitchen. The butler pantry, what do we call it? Kitchen prep? Kitchen prep.
Yeah.
On the plans it was labeled the kitchen. No, I think on the plans it was labeled butler pantry. I don't know. They're interchangeable. Very prep. I agree. They're interchangeable, butler pantry, kitchen prep, dirty kitchen, we call it a lot. But yeah, I think this feels more prep because there's not actually a cooking component in here. It's all prep space, refrigeration, dishwashing, sink, glass rinser.
Lots of storage.
So much storage. So let's talk about when we were designing this, what was the first thing that we decided we were gonna do in here?
Well, actually, to take you back even more, do you remember the initial floor plan of this? This was supposed to be a pantry.
That's right.
With a glass door off the kitchen, and then there was a big wall here. So these were supposed to be two separate spaces.
That's right.
But we were like, no.
We're already this far.
Yeah, we're already this far. Let's knock that wall out and make it a long galley style. So we got even more storage and then this whole thing became pretty.
Yes, exactly. We put subway tile on every inch of this joint. Which again, thank you so much to our clients for not cutting that.
Oh yeah, the tile trade so again. Yeah, they were like, "Are you sure you want to go? These are 10-foot ceilings
everywhere," and we were like, "We do."
Yeah, and then we actually gave them the opportunity to cut it down a little bit, and our client said, "No, we want what you designed, and we're going to stick with it."
Yes. We love you.
We love you.
You're an interior designer's dream.
Yes.
But look this is what happens when you stay the course and you let your designers design what they envision for the space. So subway tile, it's alive and well. It's not going anywhere. Don't listen to what anyone on Pinterest tells you. It is still very much a timeless material that when used properly can look like $5 million bucks.
More than $1 million bucks.
So we did all walls in that. We wanted specifically a contrast in here. We already told you the design words for this project were California, casual, Americana. So we took this opportunity to do a little bit of a blue hue. Do you remember what this color is?
I want to say it's iron ore.
It is.
Yep.
Iron ore. Yes. Yep. So iron ore from Sherwin-Williams. The hardware in here, I believe, is top knobs. If I'm going by memory.
I think so.
I think they're top knobs. Everything's polished nickel, as we mentioned. Farmhouse sink. These drawers. So easy, integrated handles. So the idea is you're quick, you're unloading your groceries, you're putting everything in here. I love how just clean and easy it is.
Totally. The small little detail of having that notched out just takes this from maybe feeling more basic to extremely custom.
Yeah, and they were for sure. And it's incredible. So this is obviously styled for photography. Our hope with our clients as they move in is that they keep all of like the canisters and the wire baskets and all that. And obviously they're not gonna have like perfectly styled fruit in there every single day. But we know you guys like the bells and whistles. So this is a trash, recycle, and paper towel dispenser holder sitch, which is so highly useful and amazing. Already mentioned the farmhouse sink. Show them the glass rinser.
Every house.
Wait, this was our most viewed video, I think, last year.
Really?
It's the glass rinser.
Well, let's show it off. Every house needs one of these. I actually put one of these in my own house because it's so cost effective. It's what, $100?
I think it's like
yeah, actually,
inflation. I think it's like 130.
Yeah, and now to have the polished nickel, which whatever, to match the plumbing, but it's worth it. So you take your glass if it's dirty, you take the little lid off, and ready?
Yes! Oh, it makes me so happy! How could something that small make me that happy?
Literally.
Every single time I use it at home, I'm just like,
I can't wait to use it for baby bottles.
I know, it's gonna be paramount for baby bottles.
Excited.
They market it for like wine.
Yeah, bar.
Should be marketed as a baby item for sure. Because like with all the parts of those bottles, yeah, anyway. Talk to me about this art. I think was this a Kylie Ray original?
It was. You know, I had a lot of hats and a lot of things to my resume sometime, and now I became a recipe creator, curator, and graphic designer. So these could look like family heirloom recipes that have been passed down from generation to generation. But no, they were the top rated recipes that I found on Google for blueberry muffins, chocolate chip cookies, and fluffy pancakes. Who doesn't want to make any of those?
There's also an exterior door out this space. It's just super useful. Oh wait, before we leave that, dishwasher. I mean, you could live back here.
Oh yeah.
You're really good. We are in the great room. It's a great room.
You couldn't help yourself.
I know, I couldn't. You guys, I say it like every single video. I don't know, it just feels so appropriate. So it's a great freaking room. Our clients wanted to seat like 12 or 15 people in here. So insert big ass sectional.
Big ass sectional with a big
ass ottoman. Yeah.
And some really cozy chairs.
These are so good. Wait, let me tell them, most of what you see, no, not most, because a lot of it's custom, but select pieces you can shop at The Lifestyle Co, www.thelifestyleco.com. These chairs, I'm very theatric today, are coming to the shop. So you'll be able to get these. They also come in another colorway, but we will link as much as we can. As you know, we put things in the description. If you don't know, we take this whole YouTube thing pretty seriously. We actually try to be helpful. So we will link what we can. We respond to our comments, talk to us, all the things. So back to big ass sectional. We custom made this sectional.
Yep. In this room, our clients are extremely casual. They want everyone that walks in this door to feel like they can just sit down, throw their shoes off, and kick their feet up and hang out and feel welcome. So everything in here is performance fabric. Another key, I don't think we even really design spaces anymore without performance fabric.
We don't allow people to
yeah, there's just no reason that
purchase
you should be living that way in danger.
Yeah, and worried about anything you spill. Performance fabric is gonna give you a higher level of fabric, has a chemical treatment to it that is completely safe and non-toxic, that will allow for anything, wine, soda, spaghetti sauce, makeup, body oil, any of that to just
poop.
Barf, to just beat off of it and be able to be easily cleaned up. Everyone's laughing with that one. But it's true. So from interior designers, do not invest, especially in upholstery pieces. Like an accent chair, this is fine. You're likely not gonna be, you know, partying on your, I say partying, but you know what I mean.
Also easier to swap out if something were to happen
Exactly.
to it.
This is an investment piece.
Yes.
Very expensive. So we want to make sure that we're taking it to the highest durability level, which would be performance fabric. Yep. Most of the time you have to go custom on that.
Yes. Another important thing in here is scale. These rooms are always so big.
Huge.
I think me compared to this fireplace even, I probably look like a little Tic Tac because it's taller than me. So
and the olive branch.
Yeah, and
so livable. They're gonna keep this here for sure when they live here.
Photographs beautifully.
The lit candles, Karen. It's okay. We're gonna remove them when the kids move in. Don't you save your comments. It's okay. It's true. You guys, we're not gonna. You know. So we get it.
This fireplace wall, we really wanted to tame and bring down. So again, with the layers in this house, this wall is no exception. This is real brick that was hand laid on this entire wall. So this kind of gives that Americana vibe again. Feels super layered. The painters were like fighting.
Heartbroken. No, I think the tile guys were heartbroken
Yeah,
that we were painting it.
That we were painting it. They were like, it was beautiful red brick. We're like, well, it's gonna look even better white. So another way you can achieve this look for a much more cost-effective price is to get a faux brick paneling. They truly do look virtually
almost identical.
But again, just adds like a lot of character. And then this fireplace is ginormous. Our clients really wanted a hearth, which when you add a raised hearth in a room with such tall ceilings, your TV does end up a little higher, but that was really important to them, that it gives just more of a classic vibe. Imagine Christmas here.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Can you guys hire us to do your Christmas decor things?
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. And then we carried the bluestone in from the kitchen, also around the surround on the fireplace. So kind of combines and ties those two spaces together.
Gives it some contrast too. We've mentioned a lot of white. The clients want a white kitchen, white walls, white focal, white mantle or fireplace surround. So by adding that amount of natural contrast in the natural stone, it just takes it totally over the finish line, which is so good. Yes. Built-ins on either side, very common, right? Gives you a place for your media, gives you a decor moment that can kind of be out of reach of the kids, which is nice. We typically flank the top of those with some sort of picture light or LED lighting or something that's gonna illuminate that. And then Kylie was pointing to the ceiling treatment. So we've got white tongue and groove and then reclaimed looking faux box beams. Look how cute this door is. Hi. I mean, we have a lot to show you in here, but this freaking door. This was a dream. This has been a dream door for us. Wait, let's put it together. Yep. So this is a Dutch door. I'm sure you've seen it all over Pinterest and everywhere else. But have you seen a Dutch door with this cutie window situation? So cute. There's no link, you guys. It was custom made, but oh, it's so good. And we just have visions of, so most of the time, I feel like, it's gonna be open. There's gonna be fur babies in here. The dogs are gonna be like probably scratching this to hell. It's gonna look awful. But for now, it's great. And they'll paint it once a year and it's gonna be fine. Yeah. But entree into
come on in.
The very small laundry space.
Yeah, it's kind of a struggle to do anything in here, right?
I mean, wow, it's just so space restrictive. Yeah. So if you've seen my house tour, the ODL house, my laundry room is about this big because I didn't want to spend any money in there. These people, however, wanted to spend money in here. So we have this huge laundry room packed full of features. Not to mention, it's just aesthetically so gorgeous.
I know. I feel like we need to talk about the floor.
Have to.
Because it's probably just
first thing
at you in the face.
What is that?
This is by Clee Tile. It is a cement tile floor. This is a buffalo check pattern. And we have presented this flooring, I think, in a few other projects. And like,
I think for like the last 5 years, we've tried to use this floor.
Yeah, no one could really handle it. And this client, she said this is her favorite flooring in the house when it went in. So
classic California casual Americana.
Love it.
Right? One thing about cement tile, which I'm sure we've told you in other videos maybe, you have to seal every single tile before it's installed. Then you have to install it, then you have to seal it again. So do not go like amateur status and have some rando install your $35 a foot concrete tile. It's also thicker than every other flooring material, so it takes some pretty significant planning is what I'm saying. So the manufacturer of your cement tiles should be telling you with the material what the installation guidelines are, and you must read that piece of paper. I know a lot of you out there, like most people, right, get it so excited to install it, throw it down, super confused why it looks awful in like a week. Yeah.
Not a year,
a week. So make sure you install it properly. You will thank me later. The laundry bins, baskets, very, very, very important in a laundry space. 3 of them, like you can't mess it up. Open shelving, cabinets to the ceiling, 10 feet.
Yes, and the cabinet design was something we also, I think, kind of pushed our clients on a little. So like if you told someone, we're gonna do a 2-tone cabinet, they'd be like, huh? Like, what do you mean? So we have the white frame and then the actual face is a rift white oak. in that like beautiful natural stain. And then we offset that with matte black hardware. So that's another little playful edge, but like two very classic materials, white oak and white, combined together. So still feels balanced, but can handle like the flooring with it and not feel just like so stark contrasting.
Yeah, and I think white would have been the safe move, right? Which I think is probably what our clients were initially thinking. And then by adding that amount of wood tone, it really helped warm the space up, which we were talking about earlier with the cool palette and the warm palette. We kept the countertops the same that you saw in the kitchen, so they are a concrete look quartz. We also played with the backsplash in here a little bit. You're gonna see all over backsplashes. They're definitely having a moment, but not in a more mainstream, that's the word I'm looking for, mainstream way that you see where it'll start at the countertop and go all the way to the bottom of the cabinet. You're gonna see a lot more, like this is a 10-inch splash. You're gonna see a lot more using the countertop material as the splash. No splash at all we're seeing a 4-inch splash coming back. So take the liberty to play a little in your backsplashes, especially in a space like a laundry room, especially in a space that's big.
This sink, I love.
Me too.
This had a great story because I remember when we picked this sink, we picked it for the fluted front detail. And when we came in here after the countertops were installed, we gave the contractor a little zing because this was put the other way around. And I was like, no, we paid extra for that. So we're gonna see it. So they swapped it around and I'm so happy because again, just that little detail makes such the difference.
Adds so much.
The large window, I feel like making a laundry room feel like an inviting place and somewhere you actually want to be is having good natural light in there. So when mom's in here doing laundry for 3 boys, husband, 2 boys, she will actually want to be in here and feel relaxed and zen and like it's her little oasis. Okay,
last, this behind this magical door is what is called DryAway. I'm gonna tell you, it's not done yet, so it looks a little janky. But if you go to our Always on Vacay video, is there a separate video for the laundry room? I think there might be.
Yes.
There's a separate room reveal for the laundry room. And you can also watch the full house tour. Always on Vacay. It has completely finished DryAway. Oh, and on TikTok, our profile on TikTok. I think that video is at like 1 million views. So what you do with this, when it's not all wobbly and janky like this because there's a bottom rack that needs to be installed, you put your clothes like this. These can all move. Okay, well they can move. And you put them wet in there and then you tuck them in and you let them dry. I didn't do the best demonstration, but Kylie did a much better demonstration on the Always on Vacay project where we actually put clothes on it and it is so amazing. Also DryAway.
Yes.
Come holler at your girls.
You're welcome.
Primary suites are super important to us. It can either be the space that gets completely forgotten because, right, mom and dad are like, do everyone else's room before you do ours, or it's typically really high on their priority list. It's always high for us on our priority list because it's such an important space, right? It's where you can relax, it's where you lay your head down and hopefully clear your mind and get ready for all the chaos that you have ahead of you. And this space is no exception. This is a huge room. All of these rooms in a 7,000 square foot home tend to be pretty big. So we had to figure out how to place furniture so that the room felt more intimate.
Yes, definitely. It's also pretty long.
Yeah.
And on most of these floor plans, I feel like sometimes
are wider.
They're wider, and there's also sometimes a fireplace under the TV, which can bring in some depth. So we just wanted to make sure that the room didn't feel like a big, long room, you know? So we needed to make sure that all the furniture in here was scaled appropriately. So everything in here is extremely oversized. If you put this in a normal like 10 by 10 room, you probably wouldn't be able to fit it in the doorway.
Yeah, totally.
Like this is a 12 by 15 foot rug. This is a very deep sofa at the edge of at the edge of a upholstered king bed. And then we have this amazing chaise over here as well. So lots of key accent furniture pieces that kind of add to the
overall just cohesion of the space. This chaise that's in the corner really captures your eye as you're walking down this super long hallway to get here. So we did that intentionally. We wanted this line to help bring in some modernness. I can also tell you, as you can tell by the aesthetic of the home, these clients are casual, right? We've said it so many times. They're They like things clean and simple and unfussy, and this was a stretch for them. We had to push them to get, remember?
Yes.
We had to push them for this.
This is
and they were uncomfortable.
The edgiest piece of furniture in the house.
They were uncomfortable. The side table, we went through a few side tables before we got this side table that they were like okay with.
We can joke with them now about this.
Yeah, exactly. Once they see it, they haven't seen it yet. So when we install projects like this, Kylie and our team have been here for the last 8 days.
Yeah.
This is day 8 installing this. So the builder finished it. E&S, their team is amazing. We are talking every single day, multiple times a day. As soon as they're finished with the hardscape and actually building it, we get C of O, and then we come in with our furniture, stage the whole thing, make it absolutely photo ready and perfect. They move in, they bring their toothbrush.
Yes.
And they live happily
and
ever after.
They live exactly like this. That's a big question that people ask.
They do,
like,
yeah. Do they keep everything?
Do they keep all the styling? And yes, they keep all of this.
They keep every single thing. And we work that in from the beginning so that they know. Don't get yourself in a situation if you're out there working with a designer where your designer doesn't budget for all of the little things, because that shit adds up. And that
adds up quickly.
Tends to be just as expensive as the furniture. So, I mean, the last thing you want is a space that's completely unstyled, because it's going to feel totally flat. So make sure if you're working with a designer out there that you're budgeting appropriately, or if you're doing it on your own, that you're accounting for, in addition to the furniture, what do I need to make it look like this? So Kylie's been here for the last 8 days. Where was I going with this other than the fact that, oh, they haven't seen it yet. So our reveal is today after we shoot all day. They're going to come and they're going to see it, and it's like just the best part in so many ways. So I am quite sure when they see the side table we selected to go with, excuse me, the edgy piece of furniture, they're gonna be totally good with it. But I just think the space it's light and bright, and this space, they wanted the most light and bright.
Yes.
They really did.
Yes.
The whole thing was gonna be white at one point. The paint color in here is Chantilly lace, right? If you know us at all, we use it almost exclusively. Yeah, tried and true. It's the best color. And the beams were actually supposed to be Chantilly lace also. Yes. And how did we get here?
So the beam vendor. This
is the beam vendor.
The beam vendor. They had them white on the order, and when they came to install them, they were not white. So these are a reclaimed look faux box beam. And when they went in, the PM sent me the photo. Look how great these are. And I'm like, those are wrong. They're supposed to be white. So luckily, our clients actually ended up loving them. The vendor was like, we will totally take them out, give you a white box beam, but they love them. And I really think it helps warm the space up.
Me too.
Because there's so much natural light in here, and there is so much lightness in the furniture that it does bring the ceiling down a little bit and cozies the space up. Another thing that is really important in a home is window treatments. So there's such a range of what you can do with window treatments. There's from stock options to fully custom. And here we went fully custom, and you can tell the quality is just night and day difference. These are a custom Europleat oatmeal linen. This fabric is actually from overseas. It was brought in from Lithuania, and it's just stunning, the most beautiful like variation of linen I've probably ever seen. But you can tell with the pleats, like these are memory binded and they look expensive. They look like you're staying in your favorite hotel, and they truly do make all the difference. So there's lots of natural light in here, but they just close all these up at night and they'll have total blackout, and it's just gonna makes, again, such a difference, but adds so many layers to the overall warmth and texture of the space.
Just off of the primary bedroom is the primary spa.
Yes, that's a great word for it.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the most primary spa I think we've ever done.
Yes, it feels like if you were staying, we used this analogy the other day, but if you were staying at the Ritz and you booked the presidential suite and you got this, you'd be freaking bored.
Yeah, you'd be like,
oh my God,
we're coming back here.
Yeah.
It's huge. Probably a little too big, actually, not complaining, but it's huge. Like we have to call a spade a spade. But because it's so big, we have to be very intentional with the materials. Having a room that's really huge is just as important from a material selection as having a room that's really small. They're both two completely different extremes in importance as to why you have to select materials so appropriately. Because if the room is super small, you really can't waste an inch. You have to make sure that they're gonna serve a purpose for you. And if the room is super big, especially in a hardscape, you have to make sure that they're gonna serve a purpose for you just on the different end of the spectrum. So in this case, from day one, we knew we had to go with a larger format tile. We knew we wanted natural stone.
Are we gonna break everyone's heart?
I know, it's discontinued.
We literally got the very last bit of the batch. Every single last piece of tile, we had enough for here and outside.
We paired it with, this is the same Rift white oak that you saw in the laundry room, just a different door style. I think key in here was making sure that the cabinets felt furniture-like. If they would have felt cabinet-like, I think it would have just kind of fallen flat.
Yes.
So there's a lot of dimension. We went with this 1/2-inch recessed door. This is called, it's called a lot of different things. People are calling it like a mini shaker, a skinny shaker, a slim shaker, a state door, whatever. And then we mortised in, the cabinet manufacturer, mortised in the hardware. So you get, I mean, it looks like a furniture piece. We also took the legs all the way down to the floor and recessed the toe kick. It just, I think it's so incredibly beautiful. I'm covering this sink, but sinks on either side, his and hers. This vanity is also has a depth change to it. So when you actually sit here, when you don't have like olive tree attacking you, and you use your handheld or your countertop mounted mirror, you'll be closer to it. So I think that's really intentional. 2 different drawers for makeup. It's just like, it's so layered in here. Talk about lighting?
Yes, we wanted the lighting to be reflecting at you, so good ambient lighting, getting ready lighting. These sconces are, I'd say, more traditional style in that they're like a bath bar. Yeah. But I think they just pair well. It just feels like a resort and like very elevated and luxe, but still casual.
Where are they from? I can't remember.
I want to say visual comfort, but
we'll link it. We'll link it for you.
We'll let you know.
We'll link it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, coming over here. The bathtub's in the center of the space, which is bananas amazing. Bathtubs are expensive, so when you get the opportunity to put them in the center and make a statement with them, do it. It's gonna pay off, and it just looks amazing here.
Yeah. Don't put baby in a corner.
Don't put baby in a corner. We love, I don't ever think we've spec'd a rectangle bathtub.
We have.
Where?
75th.
Oh my God, you're right. Thank you.
Okay.
75th had a rectangle bathtub, but for the most part, we tend to like a soft, more organic shape in a bathtub. It's like less to hit your leg on. Love a floor mounted filler, more polished nickel in this space, big shower in here. Multiple valves. The plumbing is all from California Faucets. It's also in polished nickel.
This is also a steam shower.
Steam shower. Spa. The steam shower.
I know.
I forgot about the steam shower. The steam shower, and then in addition to the steam shower, which by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have a steam shower, you cannot put natural stone in the steam shower. I don't care what anybody says, no one will do it. We've tried, trust me. So this is the famous Chloe,
no, it's not Chloe.
It's not?
No.
Oh, it's Flash.
Yes.
Flash from Arizona Tile.
Yep.
Sorry about
the
that.
The size is a little different.
It's a 5x5, not a 4x4.
Yep, and this is the cream color, not the white. So imagine if this was the white, it would feel a little...
Yeah, it would be too white.
Very white.
Yep, and in addition to the steam shower, our favorite place in the entire house.
The entire house.
The entire house.
It's
our
not
favorite
even
place.
under roof.
It's an outdoor space. We are going to take you next to
the outdoor
tub and shower. The outdoor tub and shower.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. Why only have one bath when you can have 2? Do you hear that sound?
It's the sound of absolute peace. Look at, can you see the steam? Can you guys see the steam? Let me draw you your bath in your Native Trails concrete tub. Oh, so amazing. I don't even know what to tell you guys other than like, look at this. It's a completely enclosed space off of your primary bath with an outdoor concrete bathtub and a shower, which if you listen really close, you can hear. I mean, have you made it or have you made it?
Right.
Like, I don't even need any of that. Just,
no, I know. This is what
just
you need.
this.
Totally.
Yep. What can we tell them? We continue the flooring out here.
Yep. We carried the floor throughout here, which again just helps that feel seamless transition when you have the doors open. Yeah, maybe we can turn that off a little.
excuse you. Just kidding. Oops. Yeah, so carrying the floor helps the spaces feel united. This is an outdoor space, that's an indoor space. The fencing is super high so that you could be completely butt-ass naked out here and no one will see you, which is important.
There's no
total
gate
privacy.
or door,
Yep,
so.
cannot get in. Thank goodness, because if I was in this bathtub, I'd constantly be watching over there like, oh my God, is someone coming through the gate? Yeah, so none of that, and then we're gonna flip around into this area. Oh my God, it's so good. I know, look at it. So obviously I can't get too close, but we wanted you to see it on. Yeah, oh my God, it's so hot and amazing.
This big, beautiful plumbing fixture. This is from Philrich, and it's an outdoor, it's specifically made as an outdoor shower, and it's
perfect.
So good. You can see the size of it.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah. It also has a diverter, so you also have a handheld, which will be super, come in handy for cleaning out here too. But like, this could be a dog wash. Yeah. Dog wash, kid wash, like, I mean, everything is meant to get wet out here. This Chaise is outdoor. It's typically placed around a pool, so there's nothing here that can't get wet. This big, huge ollie that we absolutely love. That was a game time decision. But the whole space just exudes comfort and spa, tranquility, wellness. Totally. Like, I want to eat clean if I live here. I want to work out. I want to like take an hour shower. Like, it's just
meditate.
Yeah, I want to meditate. Oh my God. And we show you the gym. Yeah, it's just freaking awesome. Just off the main house is the guest house, and this spot is so cool.
Very cool. And it's not really just off because it's kind of attractive.
True, it is. This place has the world's biggest swimming pool you've ever seen.
It's a lap pool.
We can't, yeah, it's a lap pool for real. Mr. Smith swims laps in his spare time. And the landscaping's not done, sadly. We've had like unseasonable
rain.
Yes, rain in Arizona. So wet. Yeah, it's been so wet. So the landscaping couldn't keep up with the build, and that's okay. That happens sometimes. So we can't show you like all of the pretty because it's not pretty at all right now. But this is done, and off the main house, like I said, is the guest house. So this, like, look at this space. Look at these doors. It opens up, the entire back opens up. So when the pool is done, this will be an indoor-outdoor use space. So full kitchen. We know you're gonna ask the cabinet color.
Mohegan Sage. I'm blanking on the vendor name. I wanna say it's Benjamin Moore.
I think it's Benjamin Moore too. Yeah. But didn't it come out of our big guy? And that's Sherwin-Williams.
I don't know. Mohegan Sage.
Just Google it, it'll come out. But it has a full kitchen. That range actually went in like at the very last minute, and now that it's in, I finally feel like it like looks and feels like a kitchen. For this entire install, we've been like, something's off, just because that wasn't in there. But I mean, look at this thing, like it's humongous. So this would be perfect for entertaining. This side, of course, watching TV. This sofa is so comfortable. This is a brand new piece that's available on our website. I mean, it's truly like probably one of the most comfortable pieces of upholstery I've sat on in this whole house.
100% down.
Yep, 100% down, performance fabric, just an awesome piece. And I like that it's not humongous. Most of the furniture, especially upholstery-wise, that you see in our projects is really huge because the projects are huge. This is probably 108. Yeah, I was gonna say 109, 108. Yeah. With the Chaise left facing or right facing, what you're looking at is left facing, right? Because when you're facing it, the Chaise is on the left. I'm gonna show you the gym in a second because it's so good, but you need to show them the pool bath, our other favorite bathroom.
Yes. So much to talk about in here. So one thing, this was actually probably one of the few spaces after we presented the design in the entire house that needed a full redesign, actually, I will say. What we had before was very loud and had a lot more blue into it. So this was one the client's like, I'll let you push me if you really believe that strongly in it, but if not, like I'd like to see another option. So this was a total redesign, and I'm so happy that we ended up that way because it's one of my favorite pool house bathrooms that we've ever done. So you'll notice we took the shiplap on all the walls in here, and then again, playing with paint, we have this color blocking detail. So this goes up 3/4 of the way of the wall. This, I wanna say, is the color Legendary Gray. We'll make sure this is all linked in the in our sources that we're gonna give you. Pairing it with this Kohler Brockway sink. One way that we made it unique and original is that we painted the bottom of this. Big pendant lights that carry on either side with the rope, and then that ties into the rope detail you'll see in like small accents like the towel hook. And then this moment over here, I just feel like the vintage vibe of this print really sets off like the character and the tone of the rest of this space.
Since COVID, personal and home gyms are all the rage, obviously. Working out at home is something that's really important to me and was also really important to these clients. And this gym space is just so zen. It's too beautiful not to show you. With the panels closed, it just like exudes that hotel like wellness, right? Kind of paired with the outdoor bath that you saw. So this space is pretty simple in that there's just a Peloton in here, and our clients are still gonna move in some equipment, but we went very clean and very simple. Typically, we wouldn't add panels in a gym space, right? Just because like it doesn't normally require such softness, but because this window is east facing and our clients like to work out in the morning, we wanted to make sure that they had some shelter from how intense that east facing sun gets in Arizona in the summer. Oh, and they went up and we were just like completely floored at how incredibly gorgeous they are. So I feel like the space is so just calming and tranquil and just makes you want to work out. The pool house, guest house, whatever we're calling it, is so completed, I think, with the use of this space also. In addition to the gym, there's also a bedroom. You saw the kitchen, and then another bathroom as well. Just behind the great room is the ultimate kids space. We have been calling this the Kids Hub since day one, and this space is absolutely perfect for the two boys that live here, their friends, family. Like, I want to move all of our design stuff like in here, and we'll just work in here.
Out.
Yeah. This space truly transformed as the build continued, and it was one of the most important spaces to our clients to give their boys a true space that they could just learn and play and be imaginative and do all of the things that kids do. So I think my favorite part of this space as I look around, I mean, I love the hanging chairs, which are always kind of a must for us in our kids' spaces. Of course, you know, homework station. But I think this is probably my favorite spot, which is sofa, lounging area, perfect place to hang out, watch a movie. They also have a theater, which unfortunately you're not gonna get to see because it's not quite done yet. But if the theater's being used, the boys can come here and hang out, watch TV, tons of storage. This is a big miss that we see often in homes. People don't plan enough for storage, and things are big. Kids' stuff is big and bulky and ugly. So these big drawers really help you to be able to just hide things. It helps kids to be able to put stuff away. They're big drawers, they don't have to like maneuver down in or cabinets or get under. So it's easy to just take stuff and put it away. So I think this storage worked really, really well. There's also a refrigerator here for juice boxes and bottled water and all of those things. But this space is probably my favorite. What about you, Kai?
Then over in here, this is a really large room, so we needed to make sure that each space had like a designated focus. So right here you see their homework desks. There's two little boys, so they each have their own space. Hudson and Jacob, they can have a calendar to keep things organized, more so for mom, I think. And then just the white oak tongue and groove paneling that we continued on this wall really helps a big room feel smaller. So lots of layers in this house, which I love, and especially in this space. We carried the checkered wallpaper throughout, and then this big oversized print is something that's really special to their family. This was actually from their wedding vows, mom and dad's, which is so cool. And it is about all I ever really needed to know I learned in kindergarten. So this huge table right here, this was a big key component, even in the build side. Our client, she was very wanted to make sure that the boys had somewhere that they could craft, that they could do arts and crafts. So we were gonna do a really long custom table, and it has drawers for lots of storage in it. But then we ended up finding these two tables for very, 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 very cheap compared to what we were going to do the custom table for. And I think it's perfect for the boys. They can get glue and glitter, and I don't know if boys are really playing with glitter, but paint, all the things, and just grow into this and create and be boys.
Off of the Kids Hub are the two boys' rooms. I don't know if we mentioned, but they're twins, and we wanted them to have very different rooms because they're different people, obviously, but same level room, if that makes sense. Jacob is super into dinosaurs, as you can tell. And if you know anything about our work, especially in kids' spaces, we're not big themed room people. So you probably won't see like a Star Wars room from us, although I have done one. It was a great room. But we want it to be appropriate and playful, but not dated and like logo-y or any of that. So this wallpaper is absolutely perfect. It's neutral, but it looks like hand-drawn, which I love. When you're gonna do wallpaper, especially in a kid's space, don't just do one wall. Do like at least two. In this case, we did all four, which we had to push the client. Even after we'd ordered wallpaper, I think there was a little conversation of like, can we just do the bed wall? Can we do a focal wall? And we of course said no. We said, trust the process, let us wallpaper all four walls, and it totally paid off. It has made this room feel so finished and so layered and so perfect. And I wanna mention Destiny Ingalls is one of our designers who YouTube haven't met yet, and she is responsible primarily for the design of these rooms. And it has turned out so beautiful. I am so proud of her, and I'm so lucky to have her on our team. Kylie and I both just feel like this design really made the kids hub and this whole wing of the home. So Destiny, you haven't been on YouTube yet, but you're amazing and we love you, and the boys are gonna love their room. Wanted to provide them with a bunch of storage. This is also a really good option. I'll tell you, when we drew this space, these were built-in cabinets. The pricing on this came back astronomical, as you can imagine. So what we did is we cut the towers on either side, which were going to be kind of bookcases, kept the lower window seat in cabinet grade material, painted it as I mentioned, and then used these prefab shelving units and just mounted them on the window seat and then bolted them to the wall. So really, really easy and inexpensive way to make a statement or a built-in without having to use built-in cabinetry. Another thing I wanna mention in this space, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fixtures, lighting fixtures. I'm counting the ceiling fan in this case, but you wanna make sure that you don't forget lighting in kid spaces. It's such an easy way to be playful and to add another layer, another element without having to go overboard. Most of these fixtures were very cost effective. Also something very easy to switch out, although in this case we chose really timeless materials, so I don't think that they're gonna need to switch them. I think overall Jacob is going to have so much fun, and I have this vision of like, at some point the boys being like, hey, Jacob, you wanna switch rooms? And like move into each other's rooms because the rooms are so good. I'm gonna show you the bathroom and then Kylie will show you Hudson's room. We wanted to cut the cool tones of the space by adding a warm wood. So this is a white oak. We also chose to integrate the hardware. Super easy for kids. They can just grab that cabinet and pull it right open, shove their bath toys in there. Overall, we kept the space really masculine, played off of the green window seat that's in his bedroom with a green focused pendant just over the vanity. All in all, it'll be a space that he can use until he's probably through college.
So now we are over in Hudson's room. He is the other boy in the set of twins. Hudson had a love for sports and, as you can tell, Spider-Man. So we wanted to add a small touch of Spider-Man in the wallpaper. We found this black and white wallpaper that makes Spider-Man a little chic, if I do say so myself. And then on the walls, just to balance it out, we chose to carry a paint halfway up the walls, and then we took this trim piece and just carried that all the way through. So it looks really expensive, but this was actually pretty cost effective to do. Designing for twins is something that's probably pretty challenging because you've got two kids that are the exact same age and also the same gender. So not only are you designing one room for them, but you have to design the other for their brother. And I think Destiny did an amazing job really highlighting the focuses of each twin in here. When they're the same age and like the same things, you never know if they're going to fight over things or if they're gonna want multiples of it. So I just think she did a really good job in here. We carried through some of the same design features. So you'll see the window seat that goes all the way across with the board and batten detail, and then these shelves that mount on the wall and then that go on top of the window seat. Again, another really cost-effective way to give you a styling moment, some shelving, and take up a lot of space in these big rooms. The ensuite off Hudson's room has a little bit of a different identity than Jacob's. In here it's a little moodier. We've got a darker cabinetry paired with a darker tile as well. There's a large window in the shower which brings in a ton of natural light. And I love the contrasting tones of gray and black, just really feel masculine and overall boy. Woo!
I almost distracted myself.
Okay.
Where are we?
We are in the office. So we haven't explained, and we're not going to tell you what our clients do.
Yeah.
But
Can't, sorry.
Yeah, I can't, sorry. But we will say, I think Mom might be in here a little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we design this space, first of all, for whatever reason, I feel like most offices tend to go more masculine.
Yes.
Which, we need to put a stop to that. And if you see the Georgia Peaches project tour, that office lounge is like so feminine and vibey and amazing. And so I kind of feel like this is an extension of, so this was definitely more female focused. and it is so layered. It's warmer in here too, so we did that intentionally. It has this full extension window seat under the window. So much room. Like, look at it. It feels like we're at the office.
Totally.
This is whiter than my desk, though. I actually really like it.
Nice little planter right here.
Yeah, I like it a lot. This beauty, it's modular, so the sides are separate pieces and then the middle is a separate piece. And it's so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love the leather detail on the handles. Such a beautiful piece. But yeah, so this is the office and it is off of the great room space. Has doors it can close.
Yep, so we get privacy in here.
Also probably need to mention the incredible lighting fixture. It's like a forever favorite.
Yeah, can we say the name? By Pallet?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's from Pallet Check?
Yeah, it's by Pallet Check. I just love the textural vibe. There's like very minimal, and I hate saying boho with textural, but like they do kind of go hand in hand, but there's very minimal moments of texture, I feel like, in lighting fixtures in this house. So this is kind of our area that we got that in.
Moment.
I know, I was trying not to say that word.
Before we kick you out of here, we have to show you the entry and the dining room. We started in the kitchen on this one, so like the rooms are a little jumbled, but entry's just as important, if not, honestly, if not like the most important.
I feel like it's definitely the most important.
Yeah.
It sets the tone for when you walk into the home.
The whole house.
The whole house and what's to come.
And this is no exception. This place is gorgeous, this entry.
So we did...
Wait, we're gonna make them watch the whole video until we tell them what the floor is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you the flooring spec. So in the entry, there's not like much wall aside from this one right here. So we wanted somewhere to feature a gallery wall for our clients so that they can see their family photos and all that. So we've got gallery wall right here with some focal sconces, focal lighting on the sides, this long 118-inch bench that we made a custom cushion for that truly adds all the layers and makes such a difference. One thing our clients chose to do was to vault the ceilings in here, which I love because it kind of just gives you like a little peek into what's in the great room because it's the same ceiling detail with the tongue and groove and the beams that you see in the great room. And we've got this ginormous.
That thing is huge.
That's the like extra large.
Yeah. Extra large Darlana.
Yeah, extra large Darlana for visual comfort. A lantern we needed a lantern classic moment in here. And then on the floor, I'm gonna give you the floor spec.
Get ready, get your pen out.
Everyone's been asking. We chose to do a herringbone inlay, and this floor is by Urban Floor. It is the Villa Caprese line in the color Milano.
So in addition to entry, or I should say off of the entry, is their formal dining space. However, I will tell you, they are the least formal people like on the planet, and they love that. So they wanted their formal dining space to not feel stuffy, not feel intimidating, not feel
like you can't sit here whenever you want.
Yeah, right. They really wanted it to feel casual. So we intentionally, it was hard. It was kind of hard for us, actually, because we always play up a formal space, especially because there's a breakfast nook in this home. This isn't the all-day dining space. So we would normally like do this up and make this feel incredibly formal. But so it was a little restrictive, which is a good exercise for us, and I think it turned out beautiful. When you first come in the home, the dining room, because of the floor plan, it does feel like an extension of the entryway for sure. So we went with a more casual chair with the leather strapping here. These are also available from the Lifestyle Co. This table is super, super dark. It's so black, and I feel like it just feels like kind of ashy and like gives us that depth and helps bring in the black in the windows. Tell us about the lights.
These lights you can also get from our shop. We chose to layer them so that this kind of gives a little installation vibe. Because these lights are beautiful on their own for sure, but I think having the two just balances each other out, takes up more of the footprint. It's an extremely cost-effective fixture as well.
So and I think by itself, it feels modern to them. Remember? It felt really modern to them by itself, but with the two, it felt more chandelier-like, a little more traditional. Yeah. Which is something I wasn't expecting. Yeah, and when on a long table run, takes up a lot of that space. Yeah, more footprint. We also added a cove molding in the tray, which adds a little traditional vibe. Which is something that just takes your eye up and doesn't take away from everything else we've got going on. In the hardscape down here, the bar over there. Flip around.
Yes.
The bar. Always need a bar, especially a bar with a champagne trough. It's the best. We've come up with some cool stuff over the last 10 years. This champagne trough is like $120. Same, I was just thinking about this and then the glass rinser too. $120 is like our little secret spot there. Like such high impact. I feel like when you, when you walk into a home and you see like the bottles on ice like that, it can be champagne, it could be juice boxes, hell. It could be Diet Coke, it could be whatever. Beer, it's just, beer is just so elevated and looks like you just want, I mean, I really want that right now.
No, and the metal strapping was something that the builder was like, so how are we gonna do this? And I said, I don't know, but you're gonna find out. And it came together so seamlessly. It just looks really custom and well done. I feel like having the casualness of the shiplap painted a contrasting color with the white shelves over top, that would have been beautiful, but having this black strapping go down is just that small, subtle detail that really makes all the difference. And everyone that's come through and has seen that has been like, wow, that's really cool. How is that done? So
and I
get
feel
yourself a good fabricator.
Yeah, a good metal fab. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna open some champagne for our clients, not for Kylie,
not for me,
sadly, but for our clients because they are coming for the reveal in just a little bit. And we really, tell us in the comments if you guys wanna see a reveal. I think the only reveal that we've actually captured for privacy reasons is my family at our house because I have no excuse, obviously. And then we got a little bit of a reveal on our 79th project. So if you're looking for that video, that family is amazing and wonderful too. But tell us if you want to see that side and if you feel like it would be cool to see everything that goes into this actually happening and then also how the clients react. I think it'd be amazing. We have to find the right clients because people everyone's not YouTube friendly, like we are, but so we'll try for that. So thank you so much for joining us for the Mr. and Mrs. Smith Proj. It is one that's gonna go down, I think, in the books for sure. I feel like we're gonna get so many comments and I know you guys are gonna love every square inch. We are so happy that you are here with us. Please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. If you want to find us on Instagram, our brand account is at TheLifestyleCo, same thing on TikTok. My personal account is at Kristen Forgione. Kylie's is at Miss Kylie Ray, and we will catch you on the next one. Let me show you how it's done.